Hi guys, welcome back to Tech with TJ. Today what I got for you is a review over the FIFINE SC8. I learned that it's pronounced FIFINE, not FIFINE, so if I say that, I'm sorry, but you know, I'm just kind of used to saying it the other way. But anyway, FIFINE released this as kind of their new audio mixer, and what that kind of means is it's a device that is used to turn a microphone that requires an XLR cable into a signal your computer can read. So pretty much just through USB-C. Anyways, this one is kind of made for budget gamers, I would say, because it has like RGB lights on it and everything. But anyways, I just wanted to give you guys a little detail on what it was before I go over like the unboxing, things like that. So let's go into the unboxing. Alrighty guys, so here's the unboxing. As you can see, we just have that purple box that all the Ampligain stuff has in so far. You get your user manual up on top. Then you get the foam cutouts, which is nice that FIFINE does all this for you with all their products, those foam cutouts. Then as you can see, here's the device itself. I'm just testing out the knob. Yeah, that's just all that it is. It presses down. Testing out the buttons. Here's all the inputs in the back that you can do. Yeah, it's just a simple little device, as you can see. Nothing too crazy. Also inside the box, you get your cables. So that's what I'm showing here. Here is a aux cable, probably for your line out or line in. I don't actually know which one, but it's one of those. Here's that USB-C to USB-A, or it's also a USB-C cord too. FIFINE does give that to pretty much all its stuff, but that's going to be it for the unboxing. Alright, so now that the unboxing is done, I just wanted to share like the build and kind of how it looks on our desk. So as you can see probably from a picture that'll show up, it's bigger than the SC3, but not by much. I really like the way that it looks. It's made out of plastic, but like a good feeling plastic and like a sturdy kind, not like the cheap feeling plastic. But yeah, the buttons on the knobs are pretty good. And also the button, like the actual buttons themselves, aren't mushy like they were on the SC3. So that's a nice upgrade. But yeah, that's pretty much all what I got for you for the build. But I'll show you now the picture of the back so we can look at all the inputs. And I kind of wrote them down here, so I apologize if I look up. So the first one that we have is a mic input. That's that XLR connection that I was telling you about. Then we have our headphone monitoring port. That's kind of where you can hear yourself. You have both PS4 or 5, I guess, depending on what you have, and PC switch, so you can actually plug this into your PS5 or 4 and use this as like as just a regular input, just have your good mic and headphones. But yeah, and then that's pretty much all I wanted to go over in the back, just because I think that's what most people will use. It has some other ports, as you'll see, like it has like an optical cable, it has the line in, it has a headset jack, it has a couple more ports in the back, but I would say that the ones that I mentioned at first are the main ones. Alright, so now I kind of wanted to show you something cool about this, and what that is their app. So they have app support now on this, and I'll show you that right now. Alright, so as you can see from, my screen here, this is FIFINE's app. Up top here we have connected devices, so it supports that. Jump to the main mixer. Here's where you can get, a little more customization. I'm not going to go over like everything because it's kind of a lot, but you can get the main gist from this. You have your light control, so as you see we have this cool radar, the kaleidoscope, which looks kind of neat. I forgot, energy, whatever. Just 4 colors that switch. That's kind of cool. That's very fast, but that's cool. Modern art. Anyways, you guys get the gist. You can customize the lights. So now if we go back to the home, here's where we can see it. Hardware configuration. So here's, kind of what you can customize. So the light switch, you can turn that on or off. Noise reduction, on or off. 7.1 surround sound. All this stuff you can control from their app, which this is all new. You have your listening modes, which is neat. Your voice changer, which I'll go over later. Same with this EQ mode, but yeah, I just wanted to point out that they have this. It's called FIFINE Genie, and it's this new app that they have that some of their newer stuff is supported by it. Their older stuff isn't, but hopefully they will start adding pre-existing things that they have to it. But yeah, this is one of those things that came out that uses it. They have a microphone that uses it and a headset that uses it right now, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, you guys should really check it out if you have a FIFINE device that is capable of using this app. Alright, so now that I've gone over the app, I wanted to show you guys kind of the audio performance, things like that. Hopefully the audio performance sounds fine. I'm using the Tank6, like I mentioned. It's plugged directly to that. So this entire video, it's been through this mixer, so hopefully it sounds fine. But I just wanted to point that out, just in case if maybe it sounds a little weird or something like that. I don't think it does, but if it does, you know, you can let me know in the comments. I like that some of the things, I guess, that they fixed between the SE3 to this one. They fixed the buttons are no longer mushy. They're very firm, which is kind of cool. The mic monitoring doesn't have that delay anymore, where it sounds, you can actually use it pretty much. But yeah, that was something that I wanted to point out. There's kind of a couple of things here that are just out of order that I just wanted to talk about. So I guess if you've watched my SC3 video, I did a test of the voice changers, which I can test them here now. So they just have the auto tune.
This one's called Elder. This one is Monster. This one is Robot.
This is Megaphone.
This is Baby. This is Female.
And this is Male.
Alright, so that was kind of just the voice changer. I wanted to go over that, because sometimes people ask, sometimes they don't, you know, I just want to make sure that it's all covered. I guess if you want to, like, you know, have some fun with your friends or whatever. But, yeah, then they also have these customizable buttons, which I'll also show you now. You just hold them down to record something, and then you release them to, you know, say whatever you wanted. So let me record one now and then play it back. So here's an example. Y'all should subscribe to Tech with TJ. You know, that's pretty cool, I guess. So as it says, you know, you should subscribe to Tech with TJ. But yeah, that's just how it sounds, I guess, when you play it back. I'm just looking down at it to see if I missed anything. I would go over the EQ settings, but it's kind of hard to tell you guys, oh yeah, they work, because I have no way of really like showing you guys that they work other than y'all trusting me. So hopefully you guys trust me enough at least, but they do work. They work pretty well, to be honest with you. The gaming mode makes footsteps sound a little louder. It's those custom EQ settings, but you can't really customize them, I guess. They're kind of just baked in there. But they're pretty good. So that's kind of all I wanted to mention with kind of just like I'm putting that in like an extra section of just stuff I wanted to talk about. So now let's do the pros and cons, just like how I end all my videos. Like I said, I will look up occasionally just to read off the pros and stuff that I wrote. So the pros are it's affordable. I think if you're going to get into having an XLR microphone and you're debating between the SC3 and the SC8, to be honest with you, I wouldn't even look at the SC3 anymore. I would only consider the SC8. It's that much better. It doesn't really make sense, to be honest with you. You can find this on sale sometimes for like $15, $20 more, and it's 1,000 times worth it. I like the knobs that they have now. It's a lot easier to use than the sliders, I think. I think the knobs were a great choice. I think that it's a pretty compact design for all what it can do, which is nice that it doesn't take up so much desk room. The app support, being able to control everything from the app, and like including like the lighting, like I showed you guys, all that stuff is very nice and very cool. Like I mentioned, it's a good entry-level audio system. So, you know, if you're getting into YouTube or streaming, this will work perfect for you. And then it pairs well with budget microphones. Hopefully, like I said, as you guys can tell, as I'm using the Tank6, which honestly is, I would lean on a more professional microphone than it is beginner. it sounds great. So that's what I got for the pros. So now for the cons. As I mentioned, the I don't like the sound effects. I'm not a big sound effect person, to be honest with you. So to me, I could have that entire section removed. I don't see the need to do all that. But if you do, I mean, I guess it's a good feature. Uh, it only has one XLR input, so if you're someone that's looking to start like a podcast or something like a two-person podcast, it this one just won't have that extra XLR input, so you'd have to buy two of them. Uh, I do the plastic feels like a premium plastic, but I do wish that they would use like maybe a different material for like the bottom half and plastic for the top or something like that to where it makes it feel a bit more premium. But other than that, I mean, it is fine. Uh, but yeah, and I guess if you somehow like are really into audio when you're looking at this device, it might not be it might be missing the features or might not do exactly what you want it to. But if you know what you're doing, you're probably not looking at like a I think this ranges between $60 to $80. You're probably not looking at it. So that's kind of all what I got for the cons. Hopefully you guys liked this video. Hit that subscribe button if you did. Comment down below if you would consider getting this, or if you have a different audio mixer that you would recommend for in like a certain under $100 at least. So, but yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to come on here and say is I really like this audio mixer, and I think that it's a solid pickup if you're just getting into XLR microphones, things like that. But yeah, I'll hopefully see you guys in the next one, and thank you for watching.